Hello everyone and welcome to IP study lecture video. Today I am going to take chapter number 4 of grade 7 and the name of the chapter is rational numbers. So here student, let's discuss about the topics that we are going to cover in this chapter. First of all, we will see what are rational numbers. Then we will discuss how to represent rational numbers on a number line. Then we will find out how to form or how to write reduced form of a rational number. Next, we will check how to find out equivalence of a rational number. Thereafter, we will be comparing rational numbers. Then, we will be performing some operations on rational numbers. And towards the end of the chapter, we are going to find out rational number between two given rational numbers. So, there are a lot of topics that we are going to cover in this lecture. So, without wasting our time, let's start. So, students, let's discuss about what are rational numbers. So, what are rational numbers? Rational numbers are the numbers that can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q should not be equal to 0. So here the definition is written, the numbers that can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q should not be equal to 0. These are the three important terms that you have to remember whenever you are defining rational numbers. So, rational number is a word, rational number, right? Rational is a word that is derived from ratio. So we have learned about this topic in the previous grade as well, right? So let's take an example over here. It is written ratio 1:1:3. So this ratio can be written in the fraction like this, 1/3. So here 1 is your numerator, this 3 is your denominator, right? So, when you are writing a rational number in the form of p by q, you will have a numerator and a denominator like we used to have in fractions. So, dear student, let's talk about how rational numbers are classified. So, rational numbers can be negative or positive. Why it is so? As I have told you in the definition itself, rational numbers are the numbers that can be written in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers. And what are integers? Positive and negative numbers. Since rational numbers are formed using integers, it means we can have positive and negative rational number. So let's take an example in order to understand this. So here, suppose minus 2/5 is there. So here I have one positive and negative integer, right? Using these two integers, I am making this rational number. Since I have a negative sign over here, this is my negative rational number, right? Next, take this example. Here also, this is an example of negative rational number, and this is also an example of a negative rational number, right? So, these are the example of negative rational numbers. Now, let's take example of positive rational numbers. Suppose I am writing 6/7. Since both the integers are positive, hence this is positive rational number. Suppose if I have minus 6/-7. So what is this? Positive or negative rational number? This is also positive rational number because the minus sign will get cancelled out, right? So if you have minus 6/-8 or if you have minus 8/-7, these are also positive rational numbers. So I hope you have understood the definition of rational number and how they are classified as positive and negative rational numbers. Now students, let's discuss some important results. The first one is all natural numbers, integers and whole numbers are rational numbers since they can be written as rational number with the denominator 1. So suppose if I say is 2, 3 or 5 is a rational number, then what will be your answer? Yes, because if I put 1 over here in the denominator, so you can say that it is written in the form of p by q. Yes, since they can be written in the form of p by q with the help of 1 as a denominator, we can say 2, 3 and 5 are also rational number. 0 is also a rational number, right? Next is all fractions are rational numbers because they can be written in the form of p by q, and this is something that I've already discussed with you. But remember, 0 is a rational number, but it is not negative and not positive. Okay? Now, let's take an example over here. Now it is saying determine which of the following are positive and negative rational numbers. So it's easy for you now. Let's see. Let's do it together. The first part is minus 1 by minus 3. So here the minus and minus sign will get cancelled out. I told you. So this will become positive rational number. In the second case, we have minus 2 by 5, right? So here we have one minus integer and one positive integer. It means that it is a negative rational number. In third case as well, it is a negative rational number. So I hope you have understood the topics very well. Now let's move on to the next topic and see what is there. Now here we have equivalent rational numbers. So dear student, before I discuss this topic, let me tell you one important thing. Whenever you have a negative rational number, let's say minus 6 or plus 6 by minus 7. So always remember, when you are dealing with negative rational number, negative sign should not be there in the denominator. For that, what you have to do, you have to multiply numerator and denominator by minus 1, so that this negative sign from the denominator gets shifted to the numerator. So this is your standard negative rational number. So I hope you will remember this while dealing with negative rational numbers, right? Now let's see how to find out equivalent of a rational number. For that, let's take example number 3, right? So here what we have minus 3 by 8 as a rational number, and what we have to do, we have to express it with the numerator 36. How we are going to do that? So dear student, we have minus 3 by 8 as our rational number. This rational number is given to us, right? Now I have to think of a number with which I multiply the numerator and I will get 36 as numerator, right? So what could be that number? In order to find that, what we will do, we will divide this given 36 that we have to, we want, this is the desired output, right? And what is the given numerator? This is 3, minus 3. So if you divide 36 by minus 3, what you will get? Minus 12. It means minus 12 is the required number with which you multiply your numerator and you will get the desired result. So here what we will do, we will multiply minus 3 with minus 12, as well as we will multiply denominator, that is 8, with minus 12, which will give you 36 as the numerator. And what will be your denominator? This will become 96, right? So this is your desired result. What was supposed to have in the numerator? 36. We got 36 over here. I hope you have understood this example. Now, sorry, I forgot to put negative sign over here. So this is the result. This is the desired result, 36 upon minus 96. Now let's move on to the next topic. What is the next topic? The next topic is standard or simple form of a rational number. So how we are going to do that? It is saying something. Let's read it together. A rational number p by q is said to be in the standard form if q is positive and the integer p and q have no common divisor other than 1. It means their HCF is 1, right? So in order to understand this statement, let's do an example. Let's try an example. Let's take example number 5 over here. Let's take part 1. So we have minus 32 by 40, right? So here, first of all, what we have to do? First of all, we have to find out HCF of 32 and 40. When you try to find out HCF of 32 and 40, you will get 8, right? 8 is the HCF of 32 and 40. Now, you have HCF of these two numbers. Now, what you will do, you will divide numerator and denominator by the HCF. So, here what you will do, divide 32 minus 32 by 8 and 40 by 8. What you will get? Minus 4 by 5. So dear student, this is the desired result. So we can say that the reduced form or the simple form of minus 32 by 40 is minus 4 by 5, right? So I hope you have understood this example very well. In order to understand this example in a more better way, let's take another example. Let's say we have this rational number minus 36 by minus 45. So what rational number it is, positive or negative? It is positive rational number. So first of all, what we have to do, step 1 is you have to find out the HCF of numerator and denominator. When you find it, what you will get? 9. So the HCF of 36 and 45 is 9. Now the next step is you have to divide both numerator and denominator by the HCF. So here 36 will be divided by 9. In the same way 45 will be divided by 9, and what you will get? You will get 4 by 5 as your result. It means the reduced form of 36 by 45 is 4 by 5. So I hope you have understood how to find out reduced form or simple form of a rational number. Now students, let's move on to the next topic. Let's see what is there. The next topic is equality and comparison of rational number. So let's first discuss about equality of rational number. So in this case, we have to check if the two given rational numbers are equal or not. For that, what we are going to do, how we are going to find out. Let's see. There are two methods that you can use in order to find out if two given rational numbers are equal or not. So let's check the first one. The first method says, in order to test the equality of two rational numbers, we express both the rational numbers in the standard form. If they have the same standard form, they are equal, otherwise they are unequal, right? So whatever rational numbers you are given, first check, first reduce them in the simple form. If both the rational number got the same reduced form, it means that they are equal. This is how you can find out if the two rational numbers are equal or not. This is the first method. Now, let's see what is the second method. If the product of the numerator of first rational number and the denominator of the second rational number is equal to the product of the second rational number and the denominator of the first rational number, then they are equivalent rational number. They are said to be equivalent to each other, right? So, in order to understand these two methods, let's take an example. Let's take example number 6. We will do this example by both the methods. So let's try with the first one. We have given minus 15 by 18 and 5 by minus 6. So let's try this if they are equivalent or not with the help of first method. So according to first method, what we have to find out? We have to find the simplest form or the reduced form. So let's check what is the reduced form of minus 15 by 8. In order to do that, what we have to do? We have to first find out HCF of 15 and minus 18. And what is that? It is 3. So what you will do? You will divide 15 and 18, minus 15 and 18 by 3. When you do so, you will get minus 5 by 6 as the reduced form, right? So minus 5 by 6 is the reduced form of minus 15 by 8. What is my second rational number? It is 5 by minus 6. And I told you, whenever you are dealing with negative rational number, don't forget to make your denominator positive. So for that, what you have to do? You have to multiply numerator and denominator by minus 1. So you will get minus 5 by 6. This is your second rational number, and the reduced form of first rational number is this one. So are they equal? Yes, they are equal. So minus 5 by 6 is equals to minus 5 by 6. This is my first rational number. This is the second one. So since the reduced form of the first rational number is equivalent to the second rational number, we can say that the two rational numbers are equivalent to each other. This is the first method, right? Now let's try the same question with the second method. In that case, what you will do? It is given minus 15 by 18 is your first rational number, right? And 5 by minus 6 is the second rational number. So here First multiply these two. Okay. Numerator of the first rational number is multiplied with denominator of the second rational number. So, minus 15 into minus 6. What you will get? You will get plus 90. Right? Now, next what you have to do? You have to multiply denominator of the first rational number with numerator of the second rational number. So, let's check what you will get. 18 multiplied by 5, you will get plus 90. So, by cross multiplying the numbers, we can also call it cross multiplication. By cross multiplying the numbers, we can see the product is coming out to be same in both the cases. Since in both the cases we are having the same product, it means that the two given rational numbers are equivalent to each other, right? So I hope you have understood these two methods which are used to find out if the two given rational numbers are equivalent to each other or not. So you can use any method that you're comfortable with. Now let's move on to the next topic. The next topic is comparison of rational numbers. Now dear student, how we are going to do that? It is quite easy. Why it is easy? Because this is something that we have already done when we were doing fractions. So in the same way, we are going to compare rational numbers like we used to do in fractions. The only thing is we have to take care of negative sign because we know that fractions cannot be negative, but rational numbers are negative and positive as well. So here, in order to understand this, let's take an example. Let's say example number 8 is there. So this example will help us to understand how to compare rational numbers and how to arrange them in ascending or descending order, right? So here we have three rational numbers. We have minus 3 by 5, we have minus 7 by 10, and we have minus 5 by 6, right? So if you look at these rational number carefully, like minus 3 by 5, minus 7 by 10, and minus 5 by 6. So here the denominator is totally different from one another. The first step is you have to make denominator of each and every rational number same. So how we are going to do that? We will find out LCM of these three numbers, and when you find the LCM, you will get 30. So it means the LCM of 5, 10 and 6 is 30. So we got this LCM. So it means that the denominator of each and every fraction will become 30, then we can easily compare them. So we have to think of a number that should be multiplied with the denominator so that it will become 30, each and every rational number given over here. So minus 3 by 5 will be multiplied with 6, both numerator and denominator. So here minus 3 by 5 multiplied by 6. In the numerator and denominator, what you will get? Minus 18 by 30, right? Next, the number is minus 7 by 10. So here minus 7 by 10 will be multiplied by 3 in the numerator and the denominator. Then only you will get your denominator as 30. So your second rational number become minus 21 by 30. In the same way, third case we have minus 5 by 6. So it should be multiplied by 5 in the numerator and the denominator. Then only you will get 30 as your denominator. So here when you do so, you will get your third rational number as minus 25 by 30. So let me write it separately for you. So minus 18 by 30, your first rational number. Second one will be minus 21 by 30 and third one will be minus 25 by 30. So now it will be easy for us to compare these three rational numbers. How come? Since we have same denominator, we can easily compare their numerator. So here, if you check the numerator of these three rational numbers, which one is the smallest one? The smallest one is 25. So I will write minus 25 by 30 is smaller than minus 21 by 30 is smaller than minus 18 by 30. So I hope you have understood this example. This example not only help us to compare rational number, but also give us an idea how to arrange rational numbers in ascending or descending order, right? So now this is all about how to compare rational number, how to check if the two given rational number are equivalent, and we have covered how to write simple form or reduced form of a rational number, and we have also checked how the rational numbers are classified. Now, next move on to the next topic. The next topic is very important and interesting as well, and that is representation of rational number on a number line. So here, it is similar to what we have done for rational numbers, for integers, whole numbers, natural numbers. In the same way, we are going to do that. The only difference is here we are going to plot or we have to draw number line for rational numbers, right? So here, let's take an example. Represent the following rational number on a number line. So let's take this example, 4 by 7. So here, you can see a number line is drawn from O to A. Then I've written over here 0 and 1. So what we have to do, we have to check what is our denominator. We have 7 as our denominator. It means 0 and 1. Between these two numbers, this line is divided into 7 equal parts, right? And out of 7 equal parts, how many you have to represent? You have to represent 4. So where it is at S. Okay, so whenever you are drawing a number line for a rational number, always check the denominator. So in the second case, what is my denominator? 7. So we have to again divide my number line into 7 equal parts, and you have to represent -2 out of it. But it is negative sign. So I have to represent the negative side of the number line. So here I have taken the negative side of the number line and divided my number line into 7 equal parts, out of which I have to represent -2 by 7. So here at K, it is -2 by 7. So I hope you have understood how to represent rational number on a number line. Now let's move on to the next topic and let's see what is there. The next topic is addition of rational numbers. So dear student, it is quite easy for us because we have already done this type of topic in the previous grade when we were dealing with addition of fraction, right? So without wasting our time, let's do this concept with the help of an example itself. So let's take example number 12 over here. Here we have given two rational numbers, 3 by 8 and 5 by 8. So you can see that we have common denominator, that is 8. So it is easy for us to add. Why? Because the numerators can be added directly and the denominator can be written as it is because it is common for both the rational numbers. So just directly add the numerator. 5 plus 3, that is 8, and 8 by 8 is 1. So what you will get? You will get a 1 over here. Now let's take another example. Suppose instead of adding two positive rational number, I am adding one positive and one negative rational number. So here also we have the common denominator. So we can directly add the numerators. So 13 plus -4 divided by 15. So that will give you 9 by 15. And if you reduce this further, you will get 3 by 5 as your result, right? Now let's take another example, example number 14. What is the difference between the example that we have done and the example that we are going to take? Here we have different denominator, and in the previous example we were having common denominator. So since we have different denominators for two fractions over here, first step is we have to make the denominator equal. For that, what we will do, we will find out the LCM of the denominator of the two fractions. So here, if you find the LCM of 8 and 4, what you will get? You will get 8 as your result. Now find the equivalent of these two rational number having 8 as a denominator. When you do so, you will get 7 by 8 as your first rational number and 2 by 8 as your second rational number. Now dear student, we have two rational numbers that have common denominator. Again, it will be easy for us to add because now we have common denominator. So you simply add the numerators and write the common denominator as it is. If you do so, you will get 9 by 8 as your result. I hope you have understood this example, right? Now, let's see what is there in the next topic. Now, there are small topics related to addition of rational numbers. So here, identity, additive identity. What it is saying the addition of 0 to any rational number does not change the value of the rational number. 0 is called identity element for addition, right? So whatever rational number you have, if you are adding 0 to it, you will get the same rational number as a result. This is what the statement is saying. If you have 5 by 9, if you are adding 0 to it, what you will get? You will get 5 by 9 itself. Right? In the same way, if you are taking any negative rational number, say minus 6 by 7, and if you are adding 0 to it, what you will get? You will get minus 6 by 7 as your rational number. So I hope you have understood this. Now, there is one more thing that we call additive inverse or negative of a rational number. What is negative of a rational number? Any rational number you have, if you are taking opposite sign and if you are adding the 2, your result will always come out to be 0. That is called additive inverse. Right? So suppose if you have 3 by 5. So what is the negative of this rational number? Minus 3 by 5. So if you add these two numbers, 3 by 5 plus minus 3 by 5, what you will get? You will get always a 0. This is called additive inverse. So if I say what is the additive inverse of 3 by 5? So what will be your answer? Your answer will be minus 3 by 5. If I ask you what is the additive inverse of let's say 2 by minus 3. So what will be your answer? Your answer will be 2 by 3. Right? So I hope you have understood this topic very well. Now let's move on to the next topic. Let's see what is there. The next topic is subtraction of rational numbers. Again, it is similar to what we have done while adding two rational number. The only difference is that the operation will be changed. Now in place of plus, we will have minus. So without wasting our time, let's take an example to understand this topic. Let's take example number 17. Here we have given two rational number, 2 by 9 and another one is 5 by 18. So here we have two different denominators. So first step is we have to make the denominator equal, same. Right? So in order to do so, what you will do, find LCM of 9 and 18. And if you do so, what you will get? You will get 18. Right? Now find the equivalent of 2 by 9 and 5 by 18 that make the denominator with 18 as a denominator. So when you do so, what you will get? You will get, we have 2 by 9. So you have to multiply it simply with 2 in the numerator and the denominator as well. You will get 4 by 18 as your first rational number. And the second one is already 5 by 18. Simply multiply it with 1. You will get 5 by 18. This is the second one. Now it will be easy for you to subtract. So simply 5 by 18 minus 4 by 18. When you do so, what you will get? 1 by 18 as your result. Right? So I hope you have understood this, how to subtract two rational number. It is similar to addition of two rational number. The only difference is that in place of plus, you will be using minus. I hope you have understood this example very well. Now, let's move on to the next topic. The next topic is multiplication of rational numbers. This will be very interesting topic for you. This will be very easy topic for you. This is again similar to what we have done when we were multiplying two fractions. It is similar to that only. Here, whenever you are multiplying two rational number, you have to multiply numerator of both the numbers with each other and denominators with each other simply. So here, let's take an example to understand this. So we have to multiply 3 by 8 with 4 by 7. So simply multiply numerator with the numerator and denominator with the denominator, right? So if you do so, what you will get? You will get 12 by 56, right? Now, if you feel like it can be further reduced, you can reduce it further, okay? So this can be reduced as 3 by 14. So it means that when 3 by 8 is multiplied by 4 by 7, what you will get? You will get 3 by 14 as your result. So I hope you have understood this example, how to multiply two rational numbers. So simply only one formula is there. Just multiply or just take the product of the numerators of the two rational numbers divided by product of denominators of two rational numbers. You will get a rational number. Check if that rational number is can be further reduced. If it is so, reduce it and write it standard form or simplest form. This is how you perform multiplication on rational numbers. Now let's move on to the next topic. The next topic is reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of a rational number. So dear students, suppose it is given 3 by 5 and you're supposed to find out multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of this number. So what you have to do? You just interchange the position of numerator and denominator. So whatever numerator you have, it will become denominator and the denominator become numerator. So what is the reciprocal of this number? The reciprocal of this number will be 5 by 3. Suppose I have a number 8. So what is the reciprocal of this number? You know that this can be written as like this. So what is the reciprocal of this number? The reciprocal of this number will be 1 by 8. Remember, reciprocal of any number is also called multiplicative inverse of that number. Now, let's take some example over here. So, find the reciprocal of 5 by 13. So, what is the reciprocal of 5 by 13? It will be 13 by 5. Similarly, what is the reciprocal of minus 13 by 11? It will be minus 11 by 13. And what is the reciprocal of minus 7? It will be minus 1 by 7. Okay? That will be minus 1 by 7. So, I hope you have understood these examples. Now, let's move on to the next topic. The next topic is division of rational numbers. So, how we are going to do that? So, dear student, this is similar to the division of fractions that we have already covered in the previous grade. Now, let's do it again by taking an example over here. So, we have this one, the first example of example number 27, the first part. 8 by minus 17. We have to divide it by 7 by 17. This is your question. Now, how we are going to do that? The rule says, first copy down the first number as it is. The first number is 8 by minus 17, right? Change the sign of division or just replace it with multiplication. So, in place of division, I have written multiplication right over here. Next thing is, whatever rational number you have after this sign of division, take reciprocal of it. So, what is the reciprocal of 7 by 17? It is 17 by 7, right? Now, find the product of the numerator. Find the product of the denominator. When you solve it, what you will get? You will get 8 upon minus 7. Since this is not the standard form. Why? Because we have a negative sign in the denominator. So, I can write it as minus 8 by 7. So, minus 8 by 7 is my answer. Understood? So, what we have done here in order to divide two rational numbers, first of all, copy first rational number as it is. Then divide the sign of division. Change the sign of division with multiplication. Then take the reciprocal of the second number, which is just after the sign of division. Solve it like you're multiplying two rational number and find the result. So, this is how you will divide two rational number like this. Now, I hope you have understood this topic, how to divide two rational numbers. Now, let's move on to the next topic. The next topic is how to find out rational numbers. How to find out rational number between two given rational numbers. So, suppose here we have, in order to understand this, let's take an example. So, before I take an example, let's study the steps that are given over here in order to find out rational numbers between two given rational numbers. The step 1 is add two rational numbers. First of all, whatever two rational numbers between which you have to find out the rational numbers, add these two rational numbers. Next is divide the sum by 2 for the first rational number. Okay, whatever sum you get, you just divide that sum by the first rational number. Next is take one of the given rational number and add it to the result obtained in step 2. Again, follow the step 2 for second rational number. Repeat step 3 to find out more rational numbers. Now, these steps are given over here. In order to understand this, let's take an example. So, suppose the two rational numbers are minus 7 by 15 and 1 by 5. Right? Now, I have to find out four rational numbers between these two rational numbers. So, how we are going to do that? First of all, I will add these two rational numbers, minus 7 by 15 and 1 by 5. I have to add it. When I add it, I will get minus 4 by 5 as my result, right? The first step is done over here. Next step is minus 4 by 5. Whatever sum you got, you have to divide it by 2. This is my second step. In the first step, whatever two rational numbers are given, you have added. Second step, whatever sum you got, you have to divide it by 2. So what you will get over here, when you divide it, you will get minus 2 by 15. So it means between these two rational number, one rational number we have received, that is 2 by 15, right? That is 2 by 15. This is my first rational number, which is between minus n by 15 and 1 by 5. Next thing is, take one of the rational number minus n by 15 and the rational number that you have obtained, just obtained, that is minus 2 by 15. And again repeat the step. What are the step? You have to add these two rational number first and you will get minus 3 by 5. Whatever sum you get, you have to divide it by 2. When you do so, what you will get? Minus 3 by 10. It means minus 3 by 10 is the another rational number which is between minus n by 15 and 1 by 5. Next step, again you have to repeat the same step. Then you will take minus 2 by 15, the first number, and the second rational number which was given to us. Add these two numbers, you will get 1 by 15. Divide the sum by 2, you will get 1 by 30. It means that my third rational number is 1 by 30, right? Again repeat the step that we are following. 1 by 30 and then the second rational number that is given to us 1 by 5. Again add these two rational number, you will get 7 by 30. Whatever sum you get, you have to divide it by 2, you will get 7 by 60. It means that the fourth rational number is 7 by 60. So this is how you can find out as many rational numbers as you want when two rational numbers are given to you. So student, I hope you have understood this topic very well. So in this chapter, what we have discussed, first of all, we have discussed a very new topic, that is what are rational numbers. Then we see how the rational numbers are classified as positive and negative rational number. Then we discuss about how to check if two given rational numbers are equivalent. Then we discuss about how to compare rational numbers and how to write them in their reduced or simple form. Then we see how to represent rational numbers on a number line. Thereafter, we perform operations on rational numbers, how to add, how to subtract, how to multiply, and how to divide. And just now we have discussed how to find out rational numbers between two given rational numbers. So students, I hope you have understood all these topics and you really enjoyed this lecture. We will meet you in the next lecture very soon. Till then, take good care of yourself, keep smiling, keep practicing, keep learning.